Hello, bankers. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. Very first unit, Unit 11, Risk and Basic Risk Management Framework. Okay, so this is all about what is risk. Take a risk are basically these are the future uncertainties. When these uncertainties become reality, so banks they might face some sort of financial losses, and those financial losses are generally categorized as risk itself, right? So risk आपका ठीक है. Then we have these three things are generally known as risk trinity. Okay, we have risk, capital, and return. Then we have risk manage, like why the risk need to be managed and risk management framework, right? So these are the areas which are generally part of this particular one. A very good evening to all of you guys, those who are watching live as well as in recorded, right? So when it comes to the first thing, like everybody knows about the risk thing, what is risk, and basically these are the financial uncertainties. It can be related to, we have different type of risk, like market risk, adverse movement in the prices, where we have some sort of portfolios, credit risk or obligor risk, where these are generally linked with the borrowers things. Okay? So when they default, so that is your credit risk, operational risk or liquidity risk, and other areas also, right? So now when it comes to the risk return and risk capital and return trio, so it is also known as risk return and capital trinity. So basically it is, they have a linkage. So let's say if we invest in high risk securities, the return is high and the capital charge against those particular one is also higher side. And when the risk is low, so your return is also low, and the capital charge, or the basically while we do the risk mitigation things, so that is also at a lower side, right? So higher the risk, higher the return, higher the risk, higher the capital, and vice versa. Bank maintain capital funds as a percentage of risk weight assets. Bank creating low risk assets can maintain low capitals. Bank exposing to high risk assets have to maintain the high capital. Very basic one. Now, a risk management. When it comes to the risk management, this is all about the 5 stage journey. First one is basically we have, these are the processes. Organization for risk management, this is completely different one, where we have the entire framework which include आपका board of directors, board of directors. Then we have risk management committee, we have elco. Then we have under risk management committee, we have your credit risk management committee, liquidity risk management committee, that is sometime ALCO also. Okay. We have market risk management committee and operational risk management committee. Under these particular committees, we have some task groups and subcommittees also. Okay. That is basically organization for risk management, and this is the kind of a framework. When it comes to the management part, we have these many stages. First one is risk identification. What type of risk we might, our bank might face in the near future. तो किस टाइप के रिस्क हमें देखने के लिए मिल सकते हैं आपका, ठीक है. And the first identifying the problem basically, or problematic areas. Then second one is risk measurement. Risk measurement is something quantifying the losses. कि if that situation occur, how much value we are going to lose in the near future due to those uncertain activities. Third one is risk pricing. So risk pricing is something where we try to mitigate our risk, and for that mitigation, that involves some sort of cost, right? Let's say we have to maintain CRR and SLR, especially that CRR component. So we have borrowed money and we have some sort of liability on that particular one, but we have to deposit a certain portion with RBI, and RBI does not pay any interest on that particular amount. So we are losing. Let's say we borrow, on an average we borrowed that particular money at 5%, so we are directly losing that 5%, right? And even sometime, let's say we have some market portfolios, and there is some adverse movements in the market, so we go for some sort of hedging, and that hedging cost us. So that is like, if we are managing that particular risk, how much it will cost to us, that is your आपका risk pricing, right? Then we have risk monitoring and control. Risk monitoring and control, whatever policies we have, board approval policies or bank wise policies and all, they generally comes under this. And the final one is mitigation, where we actually this is the situation when that uncertainty become reality, and now we have to implement our plans in the market itself. So that generally comes under this particular one. So now this process will get repeated with each type of risk. Whenever we comes to the, let's say if it is market risk or आपका credit risk or others, so these two things they'll repeat it in different cases. Like let's say if we are studying market risk, so board of directors, then we have credit risk, आपका risk management committee, it is risk management committee. Then under risk management committee we have your market risk management committee, we have subgroups, we have task forces and all. So that is generally known as structure for or organization for the risk management itself. Okay? So organization for risk management means the responsibilities, okay, who will responsible for what basically. Okay? So it include eventually the responsibility belongs to the board of directors. They are responsible for any type of losses made by the bank itself. Okay? Ultimate responsibility belongs to board of directors first. Risk management committee. So under board of director, it is also a board level committee which is dedicatedly manage the overall risk in the bank. ठीक है? So वो आपका market risk हो या others. तो basically जो आपका overall risk weight है आपका उसको divide करना, and what will be the policies and others. So come up with those particular plans and all, that is generally decided by this particular one. ठीक है? Under risk management committee, we have subcommittees like market risk committee, market risk management committee, operational risk management committee, liquidity risk management committees and others. Okay? The committee of senior level executive, which is also known as subgroups, which include ELCO, Asset Liability Management Committee. We have Asset Liability Committee. We have Credit Risk Management. We have Operational Risk Management. Risk Management Support Groups we have. So this is the entire things. The Board of Directors has overall responsibility to for the management of risk. The board articulates risk management policies, procedures, aggregate risk limit, overview mechanism, reporting and auditing system. The board should decide the risk management policy of bank and set limit for the various risks. Ultimately, the entire responsibility comes to the board of directors itself. Okay? So now this is something which will get repeated with each and every type of risk. Once you'll come to the market risk or liquidity risk or credit risk and all. So for everyone, we have the आपका areas, ठीक है, same structure and their responsibility. Like the responsibility of board of directors will remain similar in every cases. Now we have like risk management committee responsibility toward the management of credit risk. तो वहां पे उनकी responsibility credit के around होगी. In market risk, आपका market around. In case of operational risk, आपका it will be operations around, right? So this is clear, I guess. This is clear to everyone. So now risk management committee, the board level sub committee, which is responsible for the risk management committee with regard to risk management aspect, including setting guidelines for the risk management and reporting, ensure risk management processes conform to the policy, setting up prudential limits and their periodical reviews, ensure robustness of risk measurement models, and ensure proper manning for the processes. Sometimes they might ask you for half marks or 1 marks. These areas, the responsibilities of risk management committee. Under this, we have different committees as well, right? So now the next one, which is these things will get repeated. So with like while you study this particular module in detail, with every type of risk or every form of risk, you will see these areas, right? ELCO आपका asset liability committee, again responsible for the managing overall assets and liability, or that means the balance sheet things. So oversee the liquidity risk of the bank. Liquidity risk means any sort of like when banks they won't able to meet their short-term debt obligations and all, and that can lead to so many other risks also, like reputation risk and all. Monitor and ties to protect or improve the net interest margin of the bank, NIM, which is linked with the overall earnings of the bank. How we calculate NIM, who will tell? जो लोग थोड़ा सा बोर हो रहे हैं वो आपका जल्दी से बता दीजिए. How we calculate NIM, guys? What is the formula to calculate NIM? Then we have BPLR or base rate MCLR or these one. ठीक है. Mid office group आपका monitoring of treasury operations and all. Then credit risk management committee ensuring robustness of credit risk. Same आपका yearly rating wise distribution chart, rating wise migration charts, yearly probability of defaults and all. They generally get basically calculated by this one or managed by this one. Operational risk management committee, which ensure operational risk related areas, analysis of frauds in the bank, basically internal or external both, clear any new product or processes put up by the business unit if we are coming with some new product. So what is the risk involved in that particular one? And if we have already tested product or the old product, what is the inherent risk involved in those particular one? Apart from these major risk management committees, we have some support groups and some departments also. They generally assist in different areas as well. ठीक है? हाँ, NII divide by average asset 100% true. Who mentioned this? Yes, हाँ. Interest paid minus interest earned. नहीं, Ajit said that is your NIM. That is your NII. So whatever you have mentioned, that is called NII, net interest income. ठीक है? आपका inflow minus outflow of interest. NIM is NII divided by average asset, as mentioned by Himanshi ma'am. And Pujisha ma'am is interest. हाँ, Pujisha ma'am and Ajit sir, that is your NII, net interest income आपका. ठीक है? That is different, and NIM is आपका where we generally link with the average asset. So risk management, this is the entire area which we have discussed, and this will be part of your entire journey. Now, the most important things, the previous things which will get repeated with the other topic also, but this is something which get asked so many times in your examination as well, right? So ERM, or it is also known as आपका EWRM, Enterprise Wide Risk Management Framework. ठीक है? So EWRM or ERM framework, this is very important, guys. So you can expect one question around this particular one. So many times the question that generally get asked based on this one. So EWRM or ERM, it is a basically a bank-wide model which generally help us to identify the different type of risk. It's a continuous model basically as you'll enter into the as you'll create the assets and liabilities आपका. ठीक है? So what are the overall risk involved in different activities? So with this, we have four core objectives, and we to achieve those four core objectives, we use 8 components. EWRM, which has these four major areas: strategic efficiency, operations, reporting, and compliances. These are the objectives which we generally try to achieve through the your EWRM model itself. Okay? And to achieve these four objectives, we have 8 different components. These are internal environments, objective settings, event identification, risk assessment, risk response, control activities, information and communication, and monitoring. So it is apart from your regulatory compliances. We do have regulatory norms. We have to have follow those particular one. So apart from that, bank also they have this particular framework. COSO, who generally provide this particular one. And this is the continuous model, so which help bank to achieve these efficiencies in these 4 areas itself, right? So it generally help us आपका review of the internal environment with a view to assess the risk philosophy and the risk culture, review the process of setting objectives, assessment of existing mechanism to identify risk factors that affect achievements of the desired objective, evaluation of existing process of assessing risk, assessment of process for responding to identified risk. Apart from this, evaluation of adequacy of existing control process, and then we have assessment of adequacy of existing management information system, MIS, review of process of monitoring risk and all. So these are the core steps or objectives which we generally try to achieve by using EWRM model itself, right? So EWRM involve the following steps आपका. So bank have which we have discussed. It is by committee of sponsoring organization of that tradeway commissions. It is known as COSO. They generally come up with this one. COSO EWRM framework has all components that could help the bank to stand a chance to derive business value while meeting compliance requirements. 8 key components, which are internal environment, objective settings, risk management, risk response, control activities, information and communication, monitoring. These are the 8, and these are the core 4 objective which we generally try to achieve through this particular one. So many times you'll see question around what is the objectives of the EWRM model, and how it is different from the regulatory requirements or others. It is a continuous method basically, okay? So which generally help bank internally manage the overall risk in the bank itself by using these different areas and all, or overall assessment of our risk management tools and all. By using these 8 components, sometime you'll see question which of the following is not a component of your EWRM model, or which of the following is not an objective of your EWRM model. So they get asked so many times, so you have to be very careful around this particular one, right? So this was the introduction. First 2 units are kind of introduction to your remaining areas and all. So 11, which of the following statement are correct in the context of financial risk and uncertainty in business? Very basic question. So ये आपका basically warm up question है हम लोगों के लिए. So risk is unavoidable in any business. It is essentially arise due to uncertainties that affect cash flows, both inflow and outflow. Uncertainty cannot be measured or priced, while risk is a type of uncertainty that can be quantified and managed as well. Third one is a business with high volatility in net cash flow has higher risk and always result in lower profit. A risk-free investment like RBI bonds offer fixed return and zero variability in the net cash flows, but these are the cost lower returns. If a sale price increase or administrative cost reduce unexpectedly, the business may experience higher profit, showing that not all risk has negative outcomes and all. Okay, so what will be your right answer for this one? Santosh sir is saying option B, 1, 2, 4. Okay. Yes, and okay. First statement is true. There is no issue with this one. Uncertainty cannot be measured or priced, while the risk type of uncertainty that can be quantified and managed. This is something आपका if it comes to the financial losses and all, like we have आपका risk identification in the second stage of your risk management is, दूसरा stage क्या होता है हमारा measurement, ठीक है, quantifying the losses, ठीक है. Let's say these are the expected uncertainties and we quantify those particular ones. So this seems correct here. A business with high variability net cash flows has higher risk, true. Always result in lower profit. This is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. आपका ठीक है. A risk-free investment like RBI, this correct. If a sale price, this is also correct. Okay? 1, 2, 4, 5. I'll go with this particular one. Okay? So I'll also go with option C. Those who have marked option C for this particular one. Yes, हाँ, ठीक है, बिल्कुल सही. So statement 3 आपका, which is incorrect. Higher risk implies variability in net cash outflows. It can be आपका it is not necessarily the lower profit. Sometime मतलब यहाँ पे high risk high return दोनों ही आपका काम करता है. ठीक है, we have a like risk return payoff. ठीक है, higher the risk higher the return, lower the risk lower the return. But higher risk का ये मतलब नहीं है कि हमेशा loss ही होगा. ठीक है, high like if you are investing in venture capital, that doesn't mean कि every venture capital will fail. ठीक है, कई बार ऐसा भी होगा कि वो ideas आपके काम करेंगे and they'll account a huge profit for that particular one, and sometimes there is losses also. Very basic question. Next one. अच्छा, this is visible now. दिख रहा है ये? हाँ, दिख रहा है guys. ठीक है. Sir, please make a one session for. हाँ, definitely योगेश sir. That is accounted. ठीक है, योगेश सर आज बहुत दिनों के बाद दिख रहे हैं आप पहले बात तो. So we'll be doing that session, sir. 100% we'll be doing one dedicated session for the all unit case studies and all. ठीक है, because like concept wise or the application based and others we are doing. Eventually we are also practicing these case studies also. आज भी बहुत सारी case studies आपको मिलेंगे, especially unit 13 के अंदर capital charge and all. ठीक है, और LCR and other areas, but we'll do one more practice on these particular one. चलो next one. ABC Bank evaluating two new business verticals for investment. ठीक है? Which of the following statement are correct in relation to the above cases? So they are having these kind of scenarios. So first, you have to define, go through the verticals, what they are expecting from the outcomes or the risk or the return or the capital included in this particular business. ठीक है? Now, based on this, you have given 7 statement, and then based on these 7 statements, you have to mark the or you have to opt the correct answers. चलो पढ़िए गाइस, घबराना नहीं है, सबसे पहले तो गिव अप नहीं करना है, स्टेटमेंट्स को देख के, क्वेश्चंस को देख के, जस्ट पुट योर एफर्ट, थोड़ा सा मेहनत करेंगे तो हो जाएगा, ठीक है, ऐसा कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. So vertical A has historically shown steady net cash flows of 10 lakh every year for 5 years. Vertical B, on the other hand, has shown high variability in net cash flows, 5 lakh, 15 lakh, 7 lakh, 2 lakhs, 5 lakhs in the different 5 years. Both vertical require a capital investment of 50 lakhs. Both require 50 lakhs and generate a total return of 50 lakhs in 5 years. 50 lakhs, 50 lakhs. Risk modeling shows that probability of loss in vertical B significantly higher than the A. It is clearly visible because देखो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, किसी साल में 5 लाख मिल रहा है, किसी में 15 लाख मिल रहा है, ठीक है, कभी आपका 7 लाख मिल रहा है, कभी 2. बट यहाँ पे क्या है, एक स्टडी, दिस इज अ रिटर्न लाइक स्टॉक मार्केट रिटर्न, दिस इज अ बॉन्ड मार्केट रिटर्न, ठीक है, दोनों का अगर हम कंपैरिजन करते हैं. सीनियर मैनेजमेंट इज कंसिडरिंग यूजिंग RAROC as a tool for performance evaluation instead of traditional ROA, return on assets and return on equity. बिल्कुल सही कर रहे हैं ये लोग आपका, ठीक है. So RAROC which generally tell us about the specific business wise or investment wise return in all, ठीक है, they are generally part of this particular one, ठीक है. Reddy sir is saying option A should be right answer for this one, ठीक है. So capital allocation to vertical B should be higher due to higher variability of net cash flows, 100% true, ठीक है. Vertical A and B offer the same return, so the risk can be ignored. No, you cannot ignore the risk. This is high risky आपका, ठीक है, this is high risky, ठीक है, and this is low risky, ठीक है. तो दोनों का मतलब कैपिटल चार्ज फॉर बोथ द वर्टिकल्स विल बी डिफरेंट इन बोथ द केसेस, ठीक है. यहाँ पे जैसे मैंने आपको बताया बॉन्ड वाला टाइप का रिटर्न है फिक्स आपका, यहाँ पे क्या है, एफडी का रिटर्न है, यहाँ पे आपका वेरिएबल है, स्टॉक मार्केट टाइप का, अप एंड डाउन चल रहे हैं, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट वन आपका RAROC will help capture the impact of risk, evaluating both vertical and others, 100% true. Vertical B can become equally acceptable as vertical B. No, it cannot be equally acceptable. Thus, because of the risk appetite things and all, this is also wrong. Higher risk in the business model justify higher capital allocation and expected return आपका true. Traditional ROE is more useful than RAROC. No, wrong. ठीक है. Comparing business model solely on a total return is sufficient. No, it is not. We have to consider the entire trinity. ठीक है, risk, return and capital. ठीक है. So correct 1 3 5 1 3 5 1 3 5 1 3. We do not have any 1 3 5. ठीक है. ओके, समथिंग इज रॉन्ग विद दिस, और कहीं पे हमने कुछ गड़बड़ किया है, ठीक है. अच्छा, ओके, दिस स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू ना, ठीक है. दिस वर्टिकल ए बिकम इक्वली एक्सेप्टेबल. नो, कहाँ पे गड़बड़ कर रहे हैं, मैं कहाँ पे गड़बड़ कर रहा हूँ गाइस, वेयर आई एम डूइंग समथिंग रॉन्ग. वर्टिकल बी बिकम इक्वली एक्सेप्टेबल इफ ऑफर हायर रिटर्न्स. इफ हाँ, ओके ओके, सॉरी सॉरी, स्टेटमेंट 4 इज राइट. हमने पूरा स्टडी नहीं किया स्टेटमेंट 4, ठीक है, जल्दीबाजी नहीं करनी है, आराम से जाना है, ठीक है. सो इट इज सी, स्टेटमेंट 4 इज, हमने खाली इतना पढ़ के इसको जज कर लिया, बट द कंप्लीट स्टेटमेंट इज vertical B can become equally acceptable as vertical A if a higher return is compensate for the higher risk, ठीक है, that is 100% true, ठीक है. तो 1 3 4 5, now 1 3 4 5 A is आपका right answer for this particular one, correct है. हाँ, maximum people mark the A1, ठीक है. हाँ, Reddy sir and Rukmini ma'am. Remaining guys, why you guys are not answering? आसान था ये तो, रिस्क रिटर्न आपका कैपिटल ट्रिनिटी के ऊपर काम करता है. देयर इज नथिंग, मतलब यहाँ पे ज़्यादा टेंशन लेने वाली चीज नहीं थी, फॉर श्योर है ये आपका, ठीक है. द मिस्टेक वी डिड, आपका क्या गड़बड़ किया था, मैंने आधा इसको पढ़ के आपका छोड़ दिया, ठीक है. सो बट द अदर लाइन और द सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ दैट फोर्थ स्टेटमेंट वाज कि अगर वो ज्यादा रिटर्न आपको दे रहा है, ठीक है, लेट्स से इन बोथ द केसेस वी आर हैविंग अ रिटर्न ऑफ 50 lakhs. अगर बी, लेट्स से बी इज गिविंग 100 lakhs और ए इज गिविंग 50 lakhs, देन इट इज फाइन ना, कि हम ज्यादा रिस्क ले रहे हैं क्योंकि हमें ज्यादा रिटर्न मिला. दैट इज द लॉजिक बिहाइंड दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. करेक्ट है? यस यस यस. हाँ. वंस वर्टिकल एंड हॉरिजेंटल. मानसी मैम, ये आपका सिर्फ केस आप मतलब दिस इज, जैसे हमने एक चीज पढ़ा था ना कॉन्सेप्ट क्लास, अगर आपने देखा होगा तो वहां पे हमने एक चीज पढ़ा था कि जो बिजनेस लाइन आपकी होती है, ठीक है, ओवरऑल आपका बीसीबीएस के जो कैटेगराइजेशन होता है, तो जैसे जो आर ए आर ओ सी है वो क्या करता है, एक सिंगल इंडिविजुअल बिजनेस लाइन लेवल पे आपका बेसिकली जजमेंट्स कर रहा होता है, ठीक है. आरओई और आरओए जो आपके टूल्स हैं वो पूरे इंस्टीट्यूशन लेवल पे, ठीक है, जैसे आपका बैंक है उस पूरे बैंक को मेजर करके बता रहे होते हैं आउटपुट. बट आर ए आर ओ सी आपका जो ज्यादा इफेक्टिव होता है, जो कहीं ना कहीं कोर लेवल पे जाके आपको आंसर्स या कहीं ना कहीं रिस्क रिटर्न का जो पे ऑफ है उसके बारे में आपको एक्सप्लेनेशन दे रहे होते हैं, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट वन गाइस, चलो अगला क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, which of the following statement are correct in the context of why risk need to be managed in a business? Very simple question. चलो बताओ क्या होगा आंसर गाइस. So the magnitude of risk in business is the constant. Losses due to risk are inevitable and cannot be measured or priced. Then आपका underestimation of losses arising from risk can reduce actual profitability and impact RAROC targets. The risk management help align potential losses with organizational ability to absorb them without threatening the business continuity. Then we have overestimation of risk related to losses can be overpricing, which may ultimately result in loss in business. Very simple question. What will be your right answer? Yes, very good. Ready sir, Santosh sir. Statement these two are wrong and these three are right. क्यों right है आपका? ठीक है, देखो magnitude of risk business is always constant. No, it is, there is nothing आपका कि ये हमेशा constant नहीं रहता है, ठीक है. रिस्क आपका दैट डिपेंड ऑन द फाइनेंशियल और दैट डिपेंड ऑन द इकोनॉमी, और देयर आर सो मेनी इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल रीजन फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन, ठीक है. लॉसेस ड्यू टू अ रिस्क आर इनवाइटेबल. यस, हो सकता है बट कैन नॉट बी मेजर, ठीक है. द सेकंड स्टेप ऑफ द रिस्क प्लानिंग आपका दिस इज रॉन्ग. लॉसेस अराइजिंग फ्रॉम रिस्क कैन बी रिड्यूस एक्चुअल प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी, वेरी इजी वन, ठीक है. एंड पोटेंशियल लॉसेस, दीज आर द इजी वन, ठीक है. सो क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर आपका? 3 4 5, ठीक है. 3 4 5 मीन्स ऑप्शन डी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. कोई आपका कोई डाउट होगा किसी पॉइंट पे, प्लीज डू मेंशन दैट स्टेटमेंट नंबर, आई विल एक्सप्लेन दैट पर्टिकुलर वन, ठीक है. चलो आगे बढ़ते दोस्तों. नेक्स्ट वन, which of the following statement are correct with respect to basic risk management framework in an organization? ठीक है, risk management framework in an organization. So what will be your correct answer? बताओ क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर गाइस? Again, very easy question. First unit is all about the introduction to risk. Second unit is risk in banking business. Third one is very important, ठीक है. वहां पे आपका बहुत सारे गाइडलाइंस, रूल्स, रेगुलेशन यू विल बी सीइंग, ठीक है. तो फर्स्ट, रिस्क मैनेजमेंट इनिशिएटिव मस्ट originate from the middle management, ठीक है. Economics measure of risk are used to set risk limit to ensure the best risk adjusted return relative to capital investment like RAROC, ठीक है. Risk must first be identified and measured before decisions are taken on accepting or mitigating them, ठीक है. Risk management should be embedded in regular business units to maintain operational continuity. Risk management should be embedded in regular business unit to maintain operational continuity. A robust risk management framework include process such as identification, measurement, and this. ठीक है. So what will be your correct answer for this one? ठीक है. Okay, we are getting different answers for this one, ठीक है. So the statement 4 na, I can understand where we are getting confused. What we have to find out correct statement, ठीक है. So the risk management should be embedded in a regular business unit, ठीक है. It means they are saying that you do not need a separate risk management committee or other things for this one. It can be handled through the ongoing things and all, ठीक है. To maintain the operational continuity, I'll not go for this particular one. रिस्क मैनेजमेंट इनिशिएटिव मस्ट ओरिजिनेट फ्रॉम द टॉप मैनेजमेंट, इट शुड बी टॉप मैनेजमेंट. So these two statement, economic measure like RAROC, as I told you, this is true. ठीक है, risk must be first identified and measure, then आपका action should be taken. ठीक है, and the framework which include risk identification, then we have measurement, then we have pricing, then we have monitoring and control, and the final one is mitigation. So 235 means option A should be right answer for this one. Correct है. देखो आपका स्टेटमेंट 1 रिस्क मैनेजमेंट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ टॉप मैनेजमेंट. स्टेटमेंट 4 जहां पे कुछ लोग कंफ्यूज हुए थे, अ सेपरेट स्पेशलाइज्ड सेटअप इज नेसेसरी फॉर द मैनेजिंग रिस्क ड्यू टू कंट्रोल ओरिएंटेड नेचर ऑफ द टास्क इटसेल्फ. ठीक है, यू कैन नॉट इंटीग्रेट विद सम अदर डिपार्टमेंट्स और सम अदर कमिटीज एंड ऑल्सो वी नीड टू बी वेरी स्पेसिफिक टू द पॉइंट्स. आपका चीजों को अच्छे से प्लान आपका यहाँ पे करना होगा. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट वन. Which of the following statement are correct in the context of risk management? Risk management organization in bank. ठीक है, risk management organization means that board of directors, रिस्क मैनेजमेंट कमेटी, देन आपका एल्को, देन आपका डिफरेंट आपका सब ग्रुप्स और टास्क फोर्सेज एंड अदर्स. ठीक है, सो जैसे यहाँ पे आपको देखने के लिए मिल रहे हैं. सो नाउ यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट. आरती मैम, वेरी वेरी गुड इवनिंग. एवरीबडी सेज डी फॉर द प्रीवियस आंसर. ठीक है, वाई सो? समझ में आया ना सबको? ठीक है, चलो बढ़िया, आगे बताइए. ठीक है, क्या होगा आंसर आपका नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन का? सो इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ रिस्क मैनेजमेंट organization. ठीक है, so organization for risk management, it is called आपका organization for risk management. So what will be your right answer for this one, guys? So risk management committee or board level subcommittee is responsible for the setting risk management guidelines, ensuring policy compliance, reviewing prudential limits. ELCO is primarily responsible to credit ratings robustness, rating margins analysis, and portfolio analysis of retail loans. Then operational risk management is involved in analyzing fraud and approving new product or processes. Then the next one is the risk management department headed by CRO. Oversees dedicated group for the asset liability, mid office treasury operation, and credit risk and operational risk. The next one is आपका the committee of senior executives set the base rate MCLR and offer interest rate benchmark of the bank and is responsible for managing liquidity risk आपका. ठीक है, so क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर आपका? what will be a correct answer? हाँ, yes, 100%. ठीक है, people are going in right direction. So the risk management committee, board level committee, which is overall आपका responsible for these many areas. correct है, पहला statement कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Second statement is wrong. ठीक है, ELCO is primarily responsible for ALM things आपका asset liability management and all. ठीक है, not for these kind of activities. The operational risk management committee ORMC involve analyzing fraud in this. 100% true. Risk management department headed by a CRO oversee the dedicated groups and all this. Again true. This is again wrong. The committee of senior executives set the base rate and all. No, this is done by the ELCO itself. ठीक है, ये किसका फंक्शन है आपका? दिस इज द फंक्शन ऑफ एल्को. ठीक है, ये आपका एल्को का फंक्शन है, ना कि सीनियर मैनेजमेंट का. तो 134 मींस आपका डी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. करेक्ट है? यस, वेरी गुड गाइस. नेक्स्ट वन, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. A loan transaction is undertaken by branch B of a bank under the corporate approved product guidelines. ठीक है, approved product line guidelines. ठीक है, the details are given this. ये दिख रहा है ना आपको सब कुछ? ठीक है, so loan tenure is 1 crore. ठीक है, loan tenure is 1 crore. Sorry, tenure is 5 years and क्या कह रहा हूँ मैं ये? ठीक है, so basically if it comes to the amount, it is 1 crore, tenure is 5 years, interest rate is BPLR plus 1%, effective is आपका overall 11%. ठीक है, BPR plus 1%. ठीक है, spread is 1%. repayment equal quarterly installments with 1 year of moratorium. funding sources fixed deposit 1 crore for 3 years at 6%. ठीक है, so आपका 1 crore 3 years FD and 6%. that means This is 5 years. Okay, ठीक है. The assume no CRR and SLR is required in this particular case. Now, during the loan tenure, which of the following risk arise in the transactions and how they are classified? Now you have to find out the different type of risk involved in this particular one. ठीक है, बताओ. पहला, funding risk arise because the deposit mature 3 years, and this is the 5 years. Then basis risk may occur if BPLR is revised during the 3 years funding period. Okay. Then reinvestment risk occur when repayment are reinvested at lower rate. Mismatch risk arise due to the differences in maturity between assets and liabilities. Then we have embedded option risk exist because the loan or deposit may be prepaid or withdrawal early. Default risk or credit risk and operational risk are limited to portfolio level and do not impact the transaction level. Okay. And time risk arise if the borrowers default after partial repayments and leading to uncertainty in loan cash flows and all. Okay. So now you have to find out the correct option and these are your options. Option दिख रहे हैं ना, ठीक है. So थोड़ा सा तो बताओ दोस्तों क्या होगा correct answer. What will be your right answer for this one? With one question you will get to know about the all the type of risk. ठीक है, बताओ क्या होगा. What will be your correct answer? Everyone guys. Okay. Ahalya is saying option A. Santosh sir is saying option A. Rukmani ma'am is saying option D. I hope you guys are answering for this question only. ठीक है, पहले क्वेश्चन का तो नहीं था ना, पहले क्वेश्चन का आंसर डी था. यस यस. एनीवन एल्स हु वांट टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन गाइस, क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर आपका. ठीक है, सो व्हाट विल बी योर करेक्ट आंसर. ठीक है, देखो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू. फंडिंग रिस्क अराइज बिकॉज आपका मेच्योरिटी मिसमैच, बिकॉज वी हैव टेकन अ डिपॉजिट फॉर 3 years एंड वी हैव गिवन लोन फॉर 5 years. ठीक है, 3 साल का हमने एफडी लिया है 6% पे. ठीक है, तो 3 years का एफडी हमने लिया है आपका 6% इंटरेस्ट के ऊपर. ठीक है, एंड वी हैव क्रिएटेड एन एसेट फॉर 5 years एंड दिस इज आपका करेंटली योर NII इज हाउ मच आपका. It is total 11%, then 11 minus this 5%. ठीक है, so 500 basis point. This is your NII. Second आपका basis risk may be occur if BPLR is revised during the 3 years funding period. Yes, it can be आपका. ठीक है, let's say basis risk is suppose that after some time this BPLR came down to 8%. ठीक है, आपका BPLR 8% हो जाता है. Now your effective earning is 8 plus 1, which is 9%. So your NII, your new NII will become how much? Only 3%. ठीक है, क्योंकि 6% पे आपने एसेट किया. This is the one. ठीक है, that is also involved. Reinvestment risk is available here. ठीक है, let's say after 3 years when you this asset will get, sorry, after 5 years when this asset will get matured, यू विल गिव लोन टू समवन एल्स. ठीक है, 5 साल के बाद जब एसेट मैच्योर होगा तो आप किसी और को लोन दोगे. तो हो सकता है वहां पे एज ऑफ नाउ वी हैव गिवन एट 11%. ठीक है, लेट्स से आफ्टर सम टाइम बीपीएलआर केम डाउन. ठीक है, अगर हम इसको फ्लोटिंग पे दे रहे हैं, बीपीएलआर बिकम 8%. ठीक है, सो 8 plus 1 भी अगर आप देते हो देन 9%. अगेन देयर इज अ लॉस ऑफ 2% इन दैट पर्टिकुलर केस ऑल्सो. ठीक है, तो वहां पे भी आपका 2% का लॉस होगा. देन आपका दिस इज मतलब दिस इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. मिसमैच रिस्क अराइज ड्यू टू डिफरेंसेस इन मैच्योरिटी आपका. ठीक है, मिसमैच रिस्क है जिसकी वजह से यू कैन फेस फंडिंग आपका और लिक्विडिटी प्रॉब्लम्स इन ऑल. बिकॉज 1 साल में आपका एसेट, 3 साल में आपका लाइबिलिटी मैच्योर हो रही है. दैट मीन्स योर पेबल आर शेड्यूल फॉर 3 years एंड योर रिसीवेबल्स आपका 5 years में. ठीक है, हो सकता है लेट्स से एट द एंड ऑफ 3 years यू आर गेटिंग ओनली आपका लेट्स से 30% ऑफ द टोटल अमाउंट्स. मींस 1 करोड़ का 30% 30 lakhs एंड या 50% ऑफ द टोटल आपका अमाउंट्स. दैट मींस 50 lakhs. तो 50 lakhs you have to arrange from some other sources. That is also can be in this. Embedded option is also there. ठीक है, embedded option risk. Sorry. Sorry. Embedded option risk is also there. ठीक है, embedded option risk is also there. ठीक है, वो embedded option risk क्या होता है कि let's say this आपका depositor. ठीक है, let's say this is the present scenario. We have given loan at how much आपका 10 plus 1 BPLR. ठीक है, अब कल के डेट में सपोज दैट आफ्टर सम टाइम द एफडी रेट गोज अप, ठीक है, एफडी का रेट चला गया आपका 10%, ठीक है, एफडी का रेट आपका राइट नाउ इट इज 6%, इट वेंट अप टू 10% आफ्टर 2 years, तो 2 साल तक आपका NII was 5%. नाउ दिस कस्टमर विल डिमांड फॉर द हायर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ऑन एफडी. वो क्या बोलेगा, मेरी एफडी को प्री मेच्योर कर दो एंड शिफ्ट इट एट द 10%. देन रिमेनिंग आपका हाउ मेनी ईयर्स, 3 years, your NII will be only 1%, ठीक है, which is BPLR plus this, ठीक है. That can be happen in this particular one. Now this statement is wrong, sixth statement is wrong, ठीक है, ये गलत है. क्यों गलत है? Default credit risk and operational risk are limited to the portfolio note transaction level पे, ठीक है. Then this transaction also जिसको हमने लोन दिया it can default आपका, ठीक है. Time risk arise if the borrower default after partial payments, ठीक है, leading to uncertainty in low आपका कैश फ्लोज, ठीक है. सो टाइम रिस्क इज समथिंग, जनरली क्या होता है टाइम रिस्क के अंदर, लेट्स से वी हैव क्रिएटेड सम एसेट्स, तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं ना, जैसे हमने एक आपका डिपॉजिट लिया 3 साल के लिए, 5 साल के लिए लोन दिया, ठीक है, वी हैव टेकन अ डिपॉजिट फॉर 3 years एंड वी हैव गिवन लोन फॉर 5 years. नाउ वी हैव लाइक विद सम अदर एसेट्स, कोई और एसेट आपका जो हमारा, लेट्स से वी हैव क्रिएटेड वन अदर एसेट विद मिस्टर एक्स आपका, ठीक है, which is going to be mature at the end of third year. तीसरे साल के एंड में वो मेच्योर हो रहा था, तो हमने प्लान किया कि जैसे यहां से पैसा आएगा तो हम इसको पैसा दे देंगे वापस कस्टमर को, ठीक है. बट देयर इज सम प्रॉब्लम और सम एनपीएस अकर इन दिस पर्टिकुलर अकाउंट और दिस एसेट बिकम delays in payments and all, that is your time risk आपका. So that is the one. So that's why option A is the right answer for this particular one, ठीक है. A ही है ना, yes हाँ, ठीक है. Understood guys, each and every points clear है सबको, ठीक है. Embedded means both close the at this knee. Embedded is something, it is kind of an option. Embedded risk is basically where we generally give customer a right कि they can go for premature or pre-withdrawals. Like let's say Santosh is simply saying कि let's say there is one customer who came to your branch, they opened one FD worth rupees 1 crore and currently the FD rate are 6%. After let's say after 3 months there is increase in repo rate or everything happened, the FD rate went up to 8%. So now what he'll tell you कि या तो he'll ask you for the option कि upgrade my FD from 6 to 8% or else I'm going to premature this particular one. You cannot force that person कि you have to your amount is blocked for next 10 years, no, they do have that right. So sometimes this is the things. Now with that 1 crore rupees, let's say that 1 crore rupees which you have taken from this customer, you have given loan to some customers as a personal loan at a fixed rate of interest of 10%. So that time when you plan that asset, your return was 4%, right? Your NII, net interest income, was 4%. But after that, when it went up 6 to 8%, your NII will come down to 2%. That is the embedded risk. It also happened with the loan cases. Let's say we have given loan to a customer at 12% and that customer have right to, let's say we have given right for prepayments and all, let's say interest rate came down, so he'll switch that particular loan. That is the case आपका, ठीक है. Sixth point आपका, sixth point is about the default risk and credit risk. In this यहाँ पे ये क्या कह रहा है आपका, ठीक है, करण सर, what he is saying basically it is all about कि डिफॉल्ट रिस्क इज लिंक विद द पोर्टफोलियो थिंग्स ओनली, ठीक है. नो, दे आर एट ट्रांजेक्शन लेवल, ठीक है. ऐसा नहीं होता ना कि लाइक वी डू द कैटेगराइजेशन ऑफ डिफॉल्ट इंडस्ट्री वाइज और पोर्टफोलियो वाइज. वी जनरली अकाउंट द डिफॉल्ट रिस्क आपका ट्रांजेक्शन टू ट्रांजेक्शन, एसेट टू एसेट्स आपका. वी हैव गिवन लोन टू अ कस्टमर दिस and he got defaulted. So that is a transaction level. Okay? And how it is going to impact our portfolio while we create that particular, that is also considered. So that's why this statement is wrong here, right? Understood, guys, everyone? Very nice question or very detailed question, and it will help you to build your so many areas and all. Okay? Everyone, any Santosh sir, Karan sir, anyone else, if you are having any doubt, कोई किसी का कोई भी डाउट है तो आप अपने डाउट पूछ लीजिए गाइस, ठीक है. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. assuming no doubt, which of the following statement are correct in the context of quantitative risk measurement techniques? Quantitative, ठीक है, it is about the quantitative. Please go through the statement. क्वांटिटेटिव मीन्स दैट मेजरमेंट व्हाट वी डू. ठीक है संतोष सर, योर पॉइंट इज क्लियर ना? Any doubt, any further doubt, please let me know so I can explain that particular one. बताइए दोस्तों क्या होगा आंसर इस क्वेश्चन का. ठीक है सो डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ tools which we generally use to account the risk or to measure the risk or to quantify the risk or to basically, like, let's say if this is the situation, how it can going to be effective. Okay. So sensitivity based measure assume that only one market parameters changes at time, ignoring the effect of simultaneous changes of other variables too. Volatility reflect the standard deviation of a random variables and can be computed using historical data or derived from the market price through the implied volatility. ठीक है. Downside potential consider both. No, it does not consider both आपका. ठीक है. It consider only negative one. ठीक है. Only negative one. ठीक है. The value at risk model is a downside risk measure. VAR model basically. ठीक है. Combine sensitivity and volatility with a potential probability under the uncertainty with a certain confidence level. 100% true. Square root of time rules is used to convert volatility measure over one time frequency into another, such as daily or monthly, that to calculate that moving average or weighted average data and all, we use square root method. Okay. So 1 2 4 5 means आपका ऑप्शन सी शुड बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. करेक्ट है? यस. ठीक है ऑप्शन सी 100% राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. नेक्स्ट वन गाइस, which of the following statement about risk monitoring and control in banks are correct? ठीक है so very easy question again. So it's a kind of a warm up class. ठीक है warm up class for your, like, for this entire class. ठीक है this is a warm up chapter. ठीक है first one, it is all about the risk and all. ठीक है ओके ओके संतोष सर थैंक यू. चलो सो बताइए क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर गाइस. व्हाट विल बी योर राइट आंसर? easy question guys. What will be your correct answer? Quickly. Everyone guys, so from today onwards every day 10 p.m. we will be doing आपका 10 practice. ठीक है till 13th आपका. ठीक है 14 is our paper. So today we are discussing आपका module B, tomorrow C, then D. ठीक है and one session with only case studies and the final marathons. ठीक है and that remaining concept summary I'll suggest you can watch the English medium version. ठीक है if you are not comfortable still I'll try to provide one recording also. ठीक है so we have Sadhana ma'am is saying option D and Rukmani ma'am is saying option B. Remaining guys, what happened? Why others are not answering this question? Statement 1 is 100% true. Again, policies must consistent with business strategies, capital strength, management expertise, and risk appetite at both corporate and branch level. Effective risk management control requires strong management information system, well-laid procedures, आपका reporting frameworks, independent of operational department. Third one is also correct. Senior management or board of directors should receive regular report on risk profile to assess the capital need and adjust strategic plan accordingly. Fourth one is wrong. The board of director is not responsible for verifying the adequacy of internal control. They must at least once in a year, and because they eventually responsible for overall losses. ठीक है तो हमने बोर्ड ऑफ जब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर रिस्क मैनेजमेंट पढ़ा था, हर एक रिस्क के साथ देयर वाज वन लाइन, एक लाइन उसमें लिखा था कि board of directors, they are responsible for overall management of credit risk, market risk, operational risk, liquidity risk. So they are for this one. Periodic review of risk management process include identifying large exposures, assessing risk concentration and conducting stress testing of assumptions. तो 1 2 3 5 1 2 3 5 means option D will be right answer for this particular question. Yes, हाँ बिल्कुल option D will be right answer for this one. Next one. Which of the following statement about risk mitigation are correct? ठीक है, risk mitigation, very simple question. बताओ दोस्तों क्या होगा आंसर? ठीक है, if you are finding this area tough, that means यूनिट 13 से लेके यूनिट 18 इज लाइक वेरी डेंजरस देन. ठीक है, तो दिस इज वेरी सिंपल वन, ये बहुत आसान है दोस्तों. ठीक है, बताओ क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर? So risk mitigation strategies reduce the downside risk but also limit the upside potentials. Okay, first point. In banking, interest rate swap and forward rate agreements are commonly used to mitigate interest credit risk. Okay, exchanges like CCIL act as central counterparties to substantially reduce the counterparty risk in financial instruments. So this is correct, this is correct, this is wrong. ठीक है, वाई दिस इज करेक्ट एवरीवन नो, ये सही क्यों है, इस बात की समझ हो गई है सबको, हाँ या ना? अगर डाउट है प्लीज बताइए, आई लेट यू नो. ठीक है, सो ऑप्शन व्हाट विल बी योर राइट आंसर? 1 in 3 करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट है ना, 1 in 3 मींस ऑप्शन ए विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस वन. व्हाई दिस डी ए बी सी वाई गाइस, व्हाट हैपेंड? अभी अभी से मत सो यार, अभी तो 10 भी नहीं बजा है. ठीक है, मतलब 10:30 हुआ है अभी. ठीक है, सिर्फ अगर हमें रात के 1 बजे तक जगना पड़े तो कैसे करोगे आप लोग? ठीक है, वाई दिस काइंड्स ऑफ लाइक आई एम गेटिंग, मेरे को खुद पे डाउट होने लग गया कि आप लोग कहीं मैं गलत नहीं कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है, रिस्क मिटिगेशन स्ट्रेटेजीज रिड्यूस दी डाउन, करेक्टेड होना था ना हमें, हाँ करेक्टेड होना है. ठीक है, सो डाउन साइड रिस्क बट ऑल्सो लिमिट द अपसाइड पोटेंशियल. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? लाइक लेट्स से यू आर ओनिंग आपका पोर्टफोलियो ऑफ 100 crore रुपीज. ठीक है, जैसे सपोज दैट वी हैव अ 100 crore रुपीज पोर्टफोलियो इन गोल्ड आपका. ठीक है, हमारे पास गोल्ड का लॉन्ग पोजीशन है 100 करोड़ रुपए का. ठीक है, 100 करोड़ का गोल्ड हमारे पास है मार्केट में. ठीक है, इन आर ट्रेजरी. नाउ देयर आर सम न्यूज और देयर आर सम सिचुएशन जिसकी वजह से देयर आर सम एडवर्स कंडीशंस फॉर दिस गोल्ड कि मार्केट प्राइसेस विल कम डाउन. लेट्स से अभी 1 लाख पर 10 ग्राम है सपोज दैट. ठीक है, and it is expected that it will come around the 80,000 per 10 gram. There is some news in the market that the prices of gold will come down till 80,000. Already it is, let's say we purchase, our buy value is this and the current market price is suppose that 98,000 per 10 gram. So that means 2 gram आपका 2,000 rupees per 10 gram we have already lost in this particular portfolio. Now you have two options. One is कि either you can book that loss and you can exit from this gold portfolio. The other option is what we can do, we can enter into a derivative contract and we can hedge this particular one. What we did by, जैसे ये हमारा लॉन्ग पोजीशन है तो वी सेल गोल्ड, हमने गोल्ड को सेल किया, आपका 100 crore रुपीस का गोल्ड सेल किया इन दी डेरिवेटिव्स आपका फ्यूचर. ठीक है, इसका गोल्ड का फ्यूचर हमने सेल किया क्योंकि हमें पता है कि थोड़ा सा नीचे जाएगा. Let's say this 80,000 is very huge number. ठीक है, let's say it is 90,000. We know कि it will come down to 90,000, but it will suddenly bounce back. ठीक है, यहाँ तक कुछ समय हो सकता है नीचे आएगा. There is no surety, but there are some people saying कि यहाँ तक जा सकता है. ठीक है, तो हमने क्या किया? We do not have a clear picture. We sell the 100 crore rupees gold in the derivative market. Now what will happen? ठीक है, forget about this also. इसको भी भूल जाओ. This is current market price आपका. We have 100 crore rupees gold in our portfolio. There are some assumption in the market or some research are saying that gold prices will come down, but we are not certain. We are still bullish about the gold. So to deal with those uncertainties, what we did, we sell gold in the future 100 crore rupees without investing a single rupee because we can pledge this particular one. ठीक है, अब हमने यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे you have buy position and यहाँ पे you have sell position. What has happened? देखो, पहला risk mitigation strategies reduce the downside risk. After this, इस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के अंदर एंटर करने के बाद you are not going to lose a single rupee. ठीक है, अगर let's say it came आपका, जैसे यहाँ पे है ये कितना 1 लाख है, from 1 lakh it came 95,000. ठीक है, that means you lost 5,000 per 10 gram here. ठीक है, यहाँ पे आप 5,000 रुपए per 10 ग्राम का नुकसान हुआ है. हियर वी हैव अ सेल पोजीशन, आपने यहाँ पे सेल किया है, अगर ये आता है 95,000, ठीक है, तो यू मेक 5,000 रुपीज फ्रॉम हियर, ठीक है, 5,000 पर 10 ग्राम यू विल अर्न फ्रॉम हियर, ठीक है. सो दैट मीन्स योर डाउन साइड पोटेंशियल आर लॉक, कुछ भी हो जाए मार्केट में आपको 1 रुपए का नुकसान नहीं होगा, बट साथ ही साथ इट ऑल्सो लिमिट योर अपसाइड पोटेंशियल अंटिल आप, जब तक आप यहां से एग्जिट नहीं करोगे ना आपको 1 रुपए का प्रॉफिट होने देगा ना ही आपको नुकसान हो जाएगा, बिकॉज योर पोजीशन इज पैक्ड नाउ, ठीक है. सो this is the things, that's why the statement 1 is right. Statement 2, in banking interest rate swap or forward rate agreements are commonly used to mitigate आपका क्रेडिट रिस्क. कौन कहता है ऐसे भाई क्रेडिट रिस्क के लिए? हम क्या करते हैं, सिक्योरिटाइजेशन, कोलेटरल्स, ये कहां गए सब, तो दिस इज रॉन्ग. Exchange risk, exchange like CCIL act as a counterparty, that is basically that work as a mediators आपका between buyer and seller, that 100% true. So 1 and 3, so means आपका option A will be right answer for this particular one. Correct है? अभी समझ में आया सबको? कोई डाउट है किसी का? प्लीज आप बताइएगा, ठीक है. सो दिस दैट इज अ ट्रू स्टेटमेंट, ठीक है, वहां पे कोई भी ऐसा गड़बड़ नहीं था, ठीक है. यस यस गाइस, हाँ या ना, क्लियर है ना? अगर कोई डाउट है तो प्लीज बताइएगा. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Mr. X own a 5 business A B C D, ठीक है, E. Each business has shown varying net cash inflows over the last 5 years. The ratio of standard deviation to mean measure of risk basically varies among the businesses from like 36% to आपका 61%, different in different risk. The combined portfolio of these business shows up a risk ratio of only 25%. On an average, they are going to face आपका 25% losses, ठीक है, overall risk basically. Which of the following statement are correct regarding the risk diversification and portfolio risk? बताओ जरा क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर इसका, थोड़ा सा पढ़िए. ठीक है, चलो थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाएंगे, धीरे धीरे करके पढ़ते जाएंगे. हाँ बिल्कुल सही. किसी का कोई डाउट होगा तो प्लीज आप अपने डाउट भी लिखते जाइएगा दोस्तों. तो पहला, पोर्टफोलियो रिस्क रेशियो इज 25%, इज लेस देन द मिनिमम इंडिविजुअल बिजनेस रिस्क विच इज हाउ मच, 36% आपका, ठीक है. द कैश फ्लो of the business are negatively correlated in the same years, reducing overall risk आपका, ठीक है. Negatively correlated in some years, ठीक है, in some years, so reducing the overall और आपका क्या है, reducing the overall risk, ठीक है. The portfolio risk ratio can never be lower than the individual lowest business risk ratio because risk add up cumulatively, okay. The risk diversification work because individual businesses cash flows variations are not perfectly positively correlated, causing some risk of offset others आपका, ठीक है. If all 100 borrowers in banking portfolio have the same risk level individually, the portfolio risk will be higher than the individual risk level due to risk concentration, ठीक है. Diversification reduce risk because not all risks in portfolio materialize simultaneously. So what you suggest in this particular case? क्या कहते हो दोस्तों, क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर आपका? यस. सो देखो पहला स्टेटमेंट आपका, फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज राइट, द पोर्टफोलियो रिस्क रेशियो इज 25% विच इज आपका 10. कैश फ्लो ऑफ बिजनेस आर नेगेटिवली कोरिलेटेड इन सेम ईयर्स, ठीक है, रिड्यूसिंग द ओवरऑल रिस्क आपका स्टेटमेंट 1 इज राइट. 2 आपका पोर्टफोलियो रेशियो कैन नेवर बी लोअर देन इंडिविजुअल, इट कैन बी, ठीक है, ऐसा कोई जरूरी नहीं है, ठीक है. द रिस्क डाइवर्सिफिकेशन जैसे हमारे केस में ही है आपका, ठीक है, दिस इज द इंडिविजुअल एंड द पोर्टफोलियो इज 25, ठीक है. Because individual business cash flows variation are not perfectly positively correlated, causing some risk to offset others, can be. If all 100 borrowers in a banking portfolio have the same risk level individually, the portfolio risk will be it can be lower than the individual, then आपका ठीक है, this is also wrong. Diversification reduce risk because all this correct आपका ठीक है. तो 135 means option A should be right answer for this particular one. Correct है? Yes, very good. Next one. Which of the following statement are true about EWRM? EWRM again very important part from this particular one. ठीक है, बहुत अच्छे से आपको इसको तैयार करना है. ठीक है, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन. सो EWRM, enterprise wide risk management framework, which has 8 components. With these 8 components we are generally trying to achieve 4 strategic areas and all. ठीक है, so what will be your correct answer for this one? EWRM is a one time process focused on managing a specific events or a risk implementing in the organization itself. ठीक है. Second one, the implementation of EWRM or EWRM include evaluating the existing risk system, such as assessing risk culture, control, and this. COSO ERM framework adopted by banks include component like risk assessment, control activities, information communication. EWRM only address risk related to regulatory compliances. Enterprises risk management involve selecting among alternative risk response, including risk avoidance, reduction, transfer and acceptance. ठीक है, what will be your right answer guys? क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर? बहुत आसान क्वेश्चन है, इस लेवल का तैयारी होना जरूरी है. ठीक है, मतलब अगर यहाँ पे इस क्वेश्चन में गलत जा रहा है मतलब आप गड़बड़ जा रहे हो कहीं ना कहीं. ठीक है, तो देखो यहाँ पे पहला स्टेटमेंट आपका दिस इज रॉन्ग. इट इज अ continuous process. First of all, whenever we study the EWRM, it is always mentioned it is a continuous process which generally help banks as they are evolving in their activities or portfolios. So the risk involved in the activities and all. ठीक है, तो ये आपका गलत है. The EWRM include evaluating existing risk management system, thus 100% true. COSO ERM framework adopted by bank including component like risk assessment, control activities, information, true. EWRM only address the risk related to regulatory compliances. This is wrong. ठीक है, when it comes to the EWRM, it is apart from the regulatory and Basel guidelines. ठीक है, so जो Basel guidelines हैं या जो आपको BCBS recommendations हैं या जो regulatory guidelines हैं, this is something beyond them. ठीक है, उनके अलावा आपका ये काम कर रहा होता है. ठीक है, enterprise wide risk management involves setting among the alternate risk response including these. ठीक है, 100% true. So 235 means option D must be right answer for this particular. 100% correct. Very good guys, awesome. ठीक है, तो ये सबको क्लियर है. मतलब